Hello dear students, everyone to welcome this class. In the previous session we discussed covalent bond, single bond, double bonds and triple bonds like multiple bonds. So all those things I think to be clear. So today session we going to discuss some important another one of the structure, Lewis structures. Okay. So Lewis representation of the simple molecules, how they are structurally be represented in that molecules. We go for discussing some not these rules, some assumptions of guessing some important link. Okay, overall to be assuming to get will be elaborate arrangements of structures in any type of molecules. Okay, let me go for some important 5 facts to get understand first thing, then over to going for the some of the example to knowing of this molecular structures. Okay, so Lewis structure, these 5 points. In first point, count total number of valence electrons any molecule. Okay, in examination we'll ask 2 marks possible questions asking write the Lewis structure. Okay, like that. So see here, first count total number of valence electrons any molecule. You consider that molecule's total number of valence electrons, not atomic number, only the consideration of valence electrons. Okay, valence electron is appear number of dot is equal to the valence electrons, either 4 above the 4, the 5 6 7. This condition is 8 minus that type of number of valence electrons or dot is over to get a valence electrons of actual valence electrons. Okay, clear? Later we are going to discuss some of the example to knowing of first point clearly. Okay, next point, anions. How they are form of anions? Anions is a negative charge. Okay, so negative charge, how they get? It's a gaining of electrons to forming of negative charge. In chemistry is a gaining character, it's create a negative charge. Positive means your mind was indicated, positive means addition, negative means subtractions like. But in chemistry, negative charge is indicated what? Extra 1 electron is present. Extra electrons are present. We mentioned extra negative charges 2, 3, 4 like. Okay. So positive charge indicate losses of electron, less. Okay. So anions. Anions means negative charge. Addition of electrons for each negative charge. For example, is to consider carbonate CO3 2 minus. Okay, CO3 2 minus carbonate. See here, carbonate, the carbon how much valence electron? 4 plus oxygen valence electron is 6. 6 into 3. Okay, total how much? 6 into 3, 18, 19, 20, 22. Actually 22 electron in a neutral atom. Neutral means there is no charges. But here having a charge, how much of charge is there? 2 minus. 2 minus means addition of 2 electrons plus 2. Total of this ion molecule is how much? 24 valence electrons. Clear? This is minus indicate addition of that number of electrons. Okay, what about cation? Cation is positive. So subtract less number of that electrons in the overall molecules. Okay, so for example, check NH4 plus. So nitrogen 5 valence electrons, actually atomic number is 7. So plus hydrogen one valence electron. It is into 4 because of 4 hydrogen atom are present. So 4 means 5 plus 4, 9. But the plus charge is there. Plus charge indicated 1 losses the electron. Minus 1. Total of this molecule having 8 valence electron capacity. Clear? This type of addition and subtraction is involving in any type of examples. First we learned they have the molecule is neutral. Neutral means there is no charge. Either the molecule should be having the ion is present, this ionic molecules. Okay? First listen that point carefully. Okay, third one, guessing the structural distribution of electrons as lone pair and quad pair. Lone pair already is mentioned in the previous session of covalent bond. Lone pair means the contributed of sharing of electron, this is a covalent bond. Other than that, electrons of valence electrons is present. For example, is nitrogen. Nitrogen is 5 actually electron. So each contributed with hydrogen. So bond is formation. This is called covalent bond. Remaining 2. These 2 are called as lone pair of electrons. Clear? This lone pair of electron is contributed with other atom of electrons to forming of coordinate bond. This is called as coordinate bond. Okay. Later examples we know it. So guessing the structure. First we consider molecule. You learn the first the elements. The element should how much of lone pair is possibilities, how much of bond pairing is possibilities. You have to be guessing. Then over to be write the structures. Okay, this is called lone pair. Okay, this is called what? Lone pair. This is bond pair. Bond pair is given a covalent bond. Lone pair is bond forming a coordinate bond. Clear? Okay. Next to guess least electronegative elements in a middle positions. Okay, it's a very important thing. You just guess the electronegative atom. For example, either you guess the most electropositive atom. Electropositive atom also center. Electronegative, least electronegative atom also center. So, don't get confused. Guess least electronegative elements is to be middle position. Either most electropositive. Most electropositive is hydrogen. But hydrogen is only the end position, not in a central, because of their capacity is only 2. Leftover remaining are in position of center. Either you consider least electronegative for examples like see the example of this fourth point like NF3 and carbonate also CO3 2 minus. See this is so nitrogen in the periodic table it's a less electronegative character than compared to fluorine. So here lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. So here this is a less electronegative. This goes to the right, this is more electronegative nature, right? So nitrogen is a less electronegative than fluorine. So nitrogen is middle position. Remaining what? End side is a fluorine. Most electronegative atoms or elements in a end position. The least electronegative is middle. Clear? So same as like carbon. Carbon and oxygen. Carbon and oxygen. Carbon is a least electronegative. This is center. Remaining oxygen here is the end of the molecules. Okay, next last point is after making single bonds. After making single bonds, so the first bond is formed. bond are added to complete octet. It shows as a octet rule. Octet, already I said in the previous classes, octet means giving NS2 NP6 rule. Okay, noble gas configuration. Either except, only the except is helium, hydrogen atom only giving NS2. Helium type of noble gas configuration. This is giving only the hydrogen atoms. Okay, this is giving complete of octet rule. Okay, so let me go for discuss detail one by one now. Lewis structure example like. So first one is hydrogen molecules. Lewis structure of a hydrogen molecule. Okay, already is previous classes we discussed hydrogen. So in the hydrogen, atomic number is 1s1. So obviously is valence electron is only 1. So mention 1 here. Hydrogen molecules, another hydrogen is present. So how did you write of this? Sharing of 1 and 1 electron to forming of bond. This is Lewis called what? Lewis structure. Hydrogen single bond with hydrogen atom. Okay, so just imagine that complete octet rule. Octet rule, hydrogen only giving helium type of noble gas configuration 1 and 2. Okay, this is 2 electrons, 2 electrons. This is called what? Lewis structure. There is no any type of lone pair of electrons because hydrogen is only 1 electron is combined with another sharing of electrons to complete the single bond, but do not have any lone pair. Okay, this is a structure of hydrogen molecule. Let me go for next one. Oxygen molecule. Okay, first oxygen electron configuration, atomic number is 8, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, 4 plus 2, 6, 8. So you just concentrate valence electron. How much of valence electron? Oxygen 4 plus 2, 6. This is 2. This is 6. So 6 valence electron of each oxygen atom. The total number of valence electrons. Total number of valence electron is a 2 valence electron. It is present in the 2. Right, like here. Okay. So now oxygen molecule. Okay. First point is count the total number of valence electrons. Oxygen, each oxygen is a 6 valence electrons. How much of oxygen is present in this molecules? 2. So 6 plus 6, 12 valence electrons. Clear? Structure you did showing 12 valence electrons. Clear? So first, so you are representing in a structure wise. The first point is 12 electrons. Clear? Same as like imagine to hydrogen molecule also. Say anion and cation. Okay, hydrogen, there is no any charges, plus or minus. This is neutral atom. So don't get worried about the second point. Here also same. There is no charges. Doesn't worry about anion or cation of second point. The next point is guessing a structure distribution of electron as lone pair or bond pair. Just imagine like this. Oxygen, one of the oxygen having 6 valence electron is present. 6 valence electron is present. You think extra 2 electrons is giving octet rule. What? Plus 2 electron is addition to get octet rule. So bonding of nature is only 2. It's mean the oxygen is sharing with another molecule of 2 electrons to complete the octet nature. Andre oxygen is 6 valence electron ide. Octet rule ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆ? either 2 ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ 8 electron valence electron complete ಆಗಿದೆ noble gas configuration. It's octet rule ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ಗೆ 6 ವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ನು 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಆಕ್ಟಾಟ್ ರೂಲ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಾ. ಸೊ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ನೈಬರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದರ ಆಟಮಿನ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಾಟ್ ರೂಲ್. ಸೊ just guessing to be arrangement of structures. Okay, so next guessing least electronegative doesn't worry because of the molecule have same identical molecules. We do not go for electronegative or electropositive because of they have mutual sharing. Okay, mutual sharing of electrons. This is also oxygen molecules. There is no chance to get worried about guessing of electronegative element because oxygen molecule is a same identical atom. So write like this: oxygen, two oxygens, sharing of how much electron? 2 electrons. Okay, 1, 2. Clear? So oxygen of each one having capacity of how much? Only the 6 valence electron. Here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So same as like here of oxygen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can write this is sharing with this molecules to forming of bond. Okay. So this giving what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clear? This is not Lewis structure. I just mentioned to understand to get easily. That's why I just write like this structure. But you did not mention of this type of circle or bond. Okay, you just showing this type of dot structure. This is called what? Lewis dot structures. Okay, they can we write oxygen, this bond, double bond. So these are the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2 lone pair of electrons. Lone pair. This is a pair, one pair. This is another pair. Oxygen having 2 lone pair of electrons and 2 sharing bond. This is a in this 6 atoms, 2 lone pair of electrons and 2 bond pair electrons are present in each of the oxygen molecules. This is what Lewis structure. Okay, clear? Next we move on to the another example of oxygen 3 molecules. Oxygen 3. This is what? Ozone. Just observe here. The first point is total number of count it. Valence electron is a 6 valence electron. 6 into 3. How much? 3 oxygen atom in this molecule. 6 into 18. Total in the structure you did showing 8 electrons. I later forget to tell. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This oxygen 2 molecules, how much of electron is present? Say 12. 6 plus 6, 12. See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Each bond is capacity of 2 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So total number. So same as like here. So total is 18 electrons, valence electron. So the oxygen, second point is there is no charge. This is a neutral atom. So left it over to addition or subtraction. Guessing the structure of distribution. This is also same identical molecule. Third point is guessing the structure of distribution, lone pair and bond pair. And we go in this the oxygen having capacity of 2 bond and 2 lone pair. Okay, later we write the structure. And least electronegativity doesn't worry because of least electronegativity. This is a same and identical atoms were joining in these molecules. So write the structure, one of the center and remaining in the besides of these opposite side to write remaining of 2 oxygen. So oxygen, 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 right? Each oxygen having a 6 valence electron. 6 valence electron, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You just imagine to write the bond, sharing of bond. How they are shared, a right line here. So just to observe, each oxygen atom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we want noble electron configuration 8 electrons. So sharing one more electrons. Okay. So next count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But one more sharing of electrons to forming of 8. So you just imagine to write in this shade. Okay. Just first you count the middle one. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8. Okay. But what about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not consider this one. Only the sharing of bond electrons you consider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it having one more electrons. So sharing with another one of the atom. So now you count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 in this atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you think this is a structure of ozone, but not. This is the actual structure of ozone in a Lewis structure, because the assumption was said the oxygen of capacity is 2 bond capacity, sharing of 2 bond capacity. Here is only the single bond. That's why this is not the actual ozone layer structure. The ozone structure is the oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So just concentrate here. 2 sharing of bond electrons. 2 sharing of bond electrons means oxygen, oxygen, oxygen of 1 electron. In the another of oxygen 1 electron is sharing to forming of double bond. So now just to calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is okay, 8 electrons. In this model, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is also 8 electrons. Okay. What about this one? This is 6 electrons. Okay. What's the condition of this? Is a 6 electron is complete over 8 electrons. In this case, already I said, lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electron is sharing to forming of coordinate bond. In this lone pair of electron is pulled over to the sharing of electrons to the another atom. This molecule is pulled over the electrons to the next atom. That make what? Oh, the electron comes to oxygen molecules that make bond is formed. The oxygen is pulled the electrons. This is gaining of electrons. Gaining of electrons, it is having negative charge. This is losses the electron. This is carries positive charge. Now you count it. Okay. One of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you mention positive because of this is sharing over the losses to forming of this bond. Clear? What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? This is also 8 electron, this is also 8 electron. Okay, now we come to in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And minus, because extra electron is come from this one. This is gaining nature. Okay? This is ozone Lewis structure, but not this one. Clear? Okay. So next one. NF3. Okay. First point is count the total number of valence electron. The nitrogen is 5. Fluorine is having 7. The number of atom is 3 into 3. So count how much? 7 into 3, 21 plus 5, say 26. Okay. So second point, anion and cations. There is no charge. There is no charge. This is the neutral. Neutral atom. Okay. Next point is guessing the structure of lone pair and bond pair. Going to the later. The guess the electronegative. Yes, this point is very important. Electronegative elements. See here, nitrogen and fluorine. Already we said nitrogen is less electronegative than fluorine. So less electronegative is nitrogen. So nitrogen is placed in central. Then our fluorine is in a end position. So in a end, fluorine. Clear? So now write the 5 of nitrogen places. This is besides with 3 fluorine atoms, is sharing of 1 electron to forming of bond, right? So write 1. Okay, remaining 5 is 2. Clear? So what about fluorine? Fluorine having 7. 7 means just sharing with the 1 molecules, right? 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clear? This is sharing with 1 of nitrogen. Remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also same as like 7. Okay. Now you count it. The fluorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This is 7, 8. This is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. What about nitrogen? Nitrogen is giving octet fluid. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lone pair of electrons is involving to get coordinate bond. It is also considered as a octet fluid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the single bond. This is a single bond. How did you write this one? This is single bond. Okay. This is single bond. This is single bond. They write like this. This is not actually Lewis structure. Lewis structure you did mention only the dark whites, not in a bond or any circles. Clear? So showing in the Lewis structure is a bond. So nitrogen is central. It's a bond with fluorine. Another one is fluorine. Another one is fluorine and lone pair of electrons. But it's containing also 3 lone pair of electrons. You just write 3 lone pair of electrons. Okay. Now you count it. The total number is 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26. Okay. This is about the Lewis structure of NF3. Okay. Next, going for one of the example of anions and cations. Clear? Okay. Next to carbonate ion. Carbonate is CO3 2 minus. Okay. So first point is count the total number. Total number is The carbon is 4 plus 6 oxygen. How much of oxygen is 3? So this is what anion. Anion is minus charge is addition. To get what? Minus charge is plus 2. Total how much? 6, 18, 20, 24. So total 24 valence electron. So next point is the carbon and oxygen. Carbon and oxygen, which one is central atom you have to be considered? This is considered electronegative, least electronegative. Carbon and oxygen. Carbon is the least electronegativity. So carbon you write it, and remaining of all the position you write oxygen, oxygen and oxygen. Okay. So next to, how did you write 24 valence electron? So carbon of 1, okay, and oxygen of 1 electron is contributed to covalent bond. Okay. So same as like oxygen and carbon. Say oxygen and carbon. Say oxygen and carbon. Okay. So now going to carbonate. This is ionic form. Write the circle and -2 charge. Okay. So now remaining of number of valence electron. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Because all of the one of the atom is capacity is 8 electrons. So now remaining of these two positions. So now you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. So 24 is the number of valence electrons. But actually the carbon capacity is 4 bond capacity, right? But here is how many possibilities appear? This is only one bond, another bond, another bond. Okay. So that type, these two lone pair of electron is pulling over to here. That make what? This is going to here to forming of like this. That make this another one of the bond is formed. Remaining for 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you count the oxygen 2 bond capacity. Okay. So in this oxygen 3 lone pair and 1 bond. So now see, this is the structure of Lewis carbonate. Carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds. Clear? This is carbonate. Next going to the carbon monoxide. So carbon is 4 valence electron, oxygen is 6 valence electron, total is 10. 10 valence electrons in this carbon monoxide molecules. There is no anion and cation, this is neutral atom. So now you write carbon and oxygen. Which one is central atom? Only the 2 atom, doesn't worry, it is combined sharing. So carbon of 1 of the electron and oxygen of 1 of the electron is sharing to forming of bond. So remaining is how much of electron? 1, 2. So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remaining is 9, 10. Clear? See, count the number of valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clear? But this is not actually structure of Lewis because of carbon capacity is 4. This is a 4 bond capacity. And moreover, the octet rule is given. So see here, carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually it's 8. And oxygen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is okay, but carbon is not balanced with octet rule. So to be over to get these 2 electrons is come from here and these 2 is pulling over here. That make what? The Lewis structure, right? Like the Lewis structure is carbon and oxygen having 2 lone pair and 2 lone pair. Now you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is obey the rule, this is also obey the rule. So same as like oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is the Lewis structure, and also this is also Lewis structure. Okay. So next to one more, nitric acid. Nitric acid is HNO3. Okay. So in this case, so which one is first is number of count. So hydrogen is 1, nitrogen is 5, and oxygen is 6 into 3, 18 plus 1, 19, 20, 24. This is a 24 is the total number of valence electrons. So there is no add and even because it's a neutral atom. Then guessing the less electronegative. The hydrogen is more electropositive, but hydrogen is in the end of the molecules. The central nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen is least electronegative nature. So nitrogen is placed here, and the remaining of oxygen and oxygen and oxygen and hydrogen. Okay. The sharing of electrons. Hydrogen 1 electron and oxygen 1 electron, they get bond. Same as nitrogen 1 bond, oxygen 1 bond is forming of bond. Same as like nitrogen 1 and oxygen 1, oxygen 1 electron and nitrogen and electron is shared to bond. So now you count each of the element of octet rule. Hydrogen capacity is 2. Okay, 1 and 2. Hydrogen is complete. Okay. What about oxygen? Oxygen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clear? Then this oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? In this oxygen, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? But what about nitrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But 2 electrons were, it is occupied to get satisfied of octet rule. So total number is, count it, this is giving 24. All are 24. But nitrogen is having 2 electrons. That's why these 2 electrons is pulling over to right like this. That way the structure is oxygen double bond, nitrogen single bond, oxygen single bond, nitrogen. These are the pair of electrons. 1, 2. This is oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4. But having pulling to get this is a bond capacity is 3 nitrogen. That's why this is positive charge carries and oxygen carries negative charge. Get over of pulling to get. So oxygen carries negative charge. This is about HNO3. Okay. This is positive and this is negative. Okay. Next two examples of NO2 minus CH4. C2H4, C2H2 and NH4. Okay. So these 5 were tried to solve. Okay. And the same as like all these consideration of points to solve these 5. Very easy to write the structure of Lewis. Try these. Okay. And already I solved these 4 in a previous section of the classes. Okay, watch that videos one time. Okay, thank you.